Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where today we are back in the city of Westwood, kind of out here at a high-level view, because lots of things happening. One, we're about to hit our final milestone, and I haven't even started thinking about monuments, so, you know, we're kind of chugging right along in just 16 videos to get to this milestone. It's kind of impressive. Granted, you know, we have one big ugly grid and then some interesting things happening over here. But as you can see, massive demand for industry and offices because unemployment has crept up. This area finally finished filling out. I know there are gaps in here. We're going to fill those in with parks and things like that as they become available. But I kind of want to, like, we've only got the flower plaza. We're getting close to getting the fountain and the large roof, large glass roof. But I don't know that we're going to use that one since we've already got these smaller ones. We might swap in the large one on these ends down here, maybe. They're the same width, if I recall correctly, but they're a little longer. Excuse me, but yeah, we have massive unemployment. I had to go through and basically de-zone everything and then kind of babysit it. Because what happens is with the wall-to-wall, and you wind up constantly with gaps. Here, there's a gap because, well, it's kind of on a 4x4 and then it hasn't filled in a 3x3 there yet. It's really weird when you do the wall-to-wall. It doesn't really build wall-to-wall, despite its name. You would think, hey, that's going to make wall-to-wall, and then it doesn't. So, yeah, kind of weird. But anyways, I'm just kind of letting these go. I'm sure if I added more parks, we would get a higher number. In fact, let's just do a couple things here, like right by these dudes. For now, do some fountain plazas. We should have enough space. Well, we don't have enough space here, but ooh, this is problematic. We're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna use move it to put it where I want it. Oops, so we're gonna do that. There we go. I'm just gonna drop that right there. That's lovely. And the same thing might happen up here. I don't know. Now we're good on zoning up here. There we go. Cool. I don't know if that really... Yeah, that got us the large fountain plaza and is getting us well on our way to getting the large glass roof plaza. So let's go through with the large fountain. I know with precedent unemployment and all that, this is not the thing I should really be focusing on right now, but here we are. So we could go in here and really fill in a lot of this area. We'd lose a few buildings. The downside is, see, I've got the flower plazas there. These are just different sizes, and it's a little frustrating. So I've got flowers there, fountain flowers here, though I guess because I'm zoomed out, yeah, it's just a LOD thing. And then fountain. And then we've got a food truck, we've got an ice cream truck, and then we've got a food truck, and I just realized my ice cream trucks are... Yeah, let's swap these two. I'm going to move them on the other side of the road as well. That way we don't have food trucks and ice cream trucks so close to each other. It's kind of sad that when I come out to this level, I lose everything, but whatever. There we go. Now that'll help a little bit. Not for land value. It's not a thing for land value. Oh, hello. Look what we just did. Monuments, airports, great. So that's the final milestone. We don't have any more milestones to hit. But I definitely want to fill this area in, and I think it's going to have to happen in a live stream because what we're going to be looking at is a lot of just detailing. Just coming through and making our own parks so we don't have to use the same park over and over and over again, and just going through and kind of, you know, putting these dudes in the pavers and making our own little space. And of course I get really fiddly with it because I want it to be lined up. quite well, you know, then that takes a while. And the fact that the grass is poking through really bothers me a lot. A lot. And I don't know if there's going to be much I can do about that, honestly. Try to line these up. So I can get one big long line of them lined up here, then I can just go through, grab them, and then duplicate them in place, and then just go through and drop them in. I've got the grid turned on to kind of help me, though I don't know how much help it's really going to be. Oh, neat. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen and keep moving, because it'll happen every time I place one of these, because it just does now. You know, but doing stuff like this just to fill all these gaps in, you know, it will, in the end, make it look a lot better, but of course, with the grass poking through, yeah, I don't know. You can't raise these up. These are also all not quite lined up. There we go. You can't raise these up without, like, procedural objects or something. So I don't really know what to do about the grass poking through. Move those over because we've got a little gap. But then we can come through and just add in our own assets from all this. You know, we can throw in one of these big sculptures in the middle and then give ourselves some seating. Like if I do this one here and then this one here. This usually makes kind of an interesting looking seat, if I recall correctly. Yeah, that works. And then put like a little light right next to it. Like a taller one than that. There we go. Like come in here with like a light right there. And then if I copy those three things in place, I can bring them up to the other corners. And just, if I hold Alt and spin them around. Oh yeah, I guess not, because of where the other bench is. It'll work fine on this end, down here. But it won't. I gotta rebuild it to do it for the other end. But, you know, that's the type of thing, and that takes a while. That type of detailing. God, the grass poking through is really, really... Is there anything I can do about that? Like, is it a surface painter thing? Or not a surface painter thing, but is there a resource under here that's causing that? Nope. I just don't know what to do about getting all those individual sprites to disappear. Gonna have to look into that. Because I don't want that, obviously. And I just don't want to repeat the same parks over and 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 over again. Because we don't really have a lot to choose from. There we go. In terms of parks. You know, when we get that, that's fine. But even then, that's still going to be repetitious. So we've got the flower plazas. And then we've got small ice cream stands and small food trucks. Which, you know, are good sizes. But I think we have good coverage for that. You know, we've got food truck, ice cream truck, ice cream truck. Or maybe it's ice or so. I don't know. We really don't feel like we need any more. We've got small fountain plazas. Somewhere. I guess it's this guy, yeah. It's just, you know, it's a conundrum of what to do. You know, now we also have the large fountain plaza, so I guess we could come in maybe here in the office area and get rid of... Oh, man, we really need workplaces. But oh well, we're going to do it anyway. Like, do that there. And have just a corner of fountains here. There we go. And then we'll D-zone right there. I doubt we'll get an office to grow in to fill in that one single tile, but what I could do is probably that. And then bring them back in the 3x3 here. And they should grow in pretty quick, because we've got that huge demand. Also, I need to go through and, like on this one, Let's grab it and then hit reset object. There we go, until we get the bluestone. I don't care, you know, about what's in the middle, but I do want them to all be the same building materials. So we should be able to do that. And then over here, we could probably get these guys to fill in better. And we can definitely get these guys to fill in better. So yeah, we'll just keep doing some 3x3s here, and that should fill in our grid all right. I'm going to say sayonara to these buildings. So I'm going to do this real quick, get this all filled back in, and then we will resume. And that did not take long at all, because we've got such huge high demand. You know, what we could possibly do is maybe eliminate some of our residential throughout here and do a commercial and office corridor through it just to get jobs. And I don't know that that would be the worst idea. I mean, we're going to lose a lot of residents, but we're also about to add a new residential area right here. We also are hurting for education quite a bit, especially college. We've got a lot of people eligible. And I actually want to decrease the capacity over here down to just like 3,000 because I want to go ahead and get another university built. So we may try to kill two birds with one stone today. Starting with painting an education area. Oh, it did the thing again when I did a road, I guess. I don't know when it did that, but there we go. So I'm thinking I would like to just continue this grid here on out. Because we know Brandon loves his grids, so we're just going to kind of eyeball that. And that's fine. There we go. And then we're going to have, because we have this lovely corridor right here, we're going to take advantage of that. And bring out the admin building right here. I should just be able to plop it down and then draw the district. Do I want to do a university? Do I want to go ahead and just jump straight to university? Or do I want to do a liberal arts campus? I think I want to go straight to university here. And center that up on that road. And then that's just a nice view, I think. And we'll do something nice down there on that end. Just to make it complete. So let's run our water pipes. I'm not going to get worried about them being under the roads here. This is all campus land for the most part. It belongs to the university. And this will work well to have the university here because we can always build like a pier out here instead of over there that has the athletic buildings. And then they won't be too far from the university. But that's something we'll do much later. Right now our budget is not in a position to really be paying for the upkeep on those buildings. So we're just going to paint this in. Zoom out a bit. Make this whole area university. Like so. And then once I get this painted in, we're going to pause. Because I want to get rid of the extra buildings at our trade school. And get it down to just our 3,000. Oh, hello, Windows Start menu. So we're going to pause. And then what do we have here? These each hold 600. So we've got 4 of them. So that's giving us 2,400. If I get rid of those, I think that brings us pretty close to what we want here. I think everything else is... I don't think I have anything else that actually holds students other than the main buildings. So that should bring that down really fast. Yeah, 3,400. That's where we want to be. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. It should only be 3,000. We've got something else that holds students. We've also got repetitious buildings again. So where are we getting 1,000 extra students from here? Or 400 extra students. Oh, that's fine. It's the outdoor study areas. Do we have 2 of those? We do have 2 of those. Okay, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. We'll let that extra capacity go there. But what I want to do is make sure that we're getting capacity over here. That's the main thing that I want to do right over here. So let's see here. This is 1260. So we're going to come out 1260, and that's not going to be enough. 2460 is going to be too far. Maybe not. That might be okay. And then we can connect this up here and this up here. I know that makes for a really short block, but... And then we can just kind of make some connections here. Like this one, we can do our 1260. Like that. And same thing here. So maybe we won't do that connection. Maybe we'll just have paths through here. Yeah, I think we'll just do paths through there. And then we're going to have our big, giant academic building right behind this guy. Kind of centered up. Doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah, I'm going to try to make it perfect. There we go. Now it's beautiful, and I love it. So that gives us 4,000 capacity, 4,400 capacity in our city, and we need 8,800. So for the rest of this, the good thing is, we need to get this school upgraded to 5-star. I insist on my campuses being 5-star. I know it's not necessary per se, but I'm pretty adamant about it. They need to be 5 stars because that way they are charging the most possible for tuition, and you wind up making money to offset the cost of the school. Once the city has a massive oil industry and we're making big bank in tourism because we've got everybody upgraded, because we've got the Eden Project and medical center and all of that, then, we can maybe go universal education. But until then, once we get happiness to 100%, we go for profit. So that added another 2,400. So that's 3,400. Where are we at total? 5,200. Nowhere near where we need to be. Right? No, 6,800. So we're getting close. We need to add a couple thousand more. And we're going to do that with just a couple study halls just thrown in down here. We'll finish off the grid for this later. And as we unlock buildings, we'll do that. How many did these hold? 400 each. So there's 1,600 more capacity. And then what else could we cram in here? Let me get some paths in here where I want these to connect. So I want a path there, maybe, possibly, if it'll let me, please. Okay, look. Let's do angle, grid. And that should, there we go, then go nicely to that edge. And then up here, I want to bring a connection in like that. And a connection in like that. And then I want to connect here as well. I know they can just walk up that way, but I feel like that connection's important. And I think I'll even go ahead and bring that across. And that should give us some pretty good walkability throughout the campus. The only thing is we don't really have a connection back here. And it doesn't look like it's going to let me make one. I would like there to be a connection back here. I'd really like it to be able to come off that. So what if we, instead of creating this whole new junction, what if we just use anarchy? I won't tell if you won't tell. I don't know, I just feel like there should be a way to walk behind this building. So if you want to go through, you don't have to go in the building. You can just go back and around. I think that makes more sense. Like a lot more sense. In fact, I think this connection then makes better sense. But then we lose that connection down there to the crosswalk. Hi. Okay, so I've forgotten where we're at with capacity, so we're just going to unpause again real quick and maybe see what we need. We're almost there. We just need like 400 or 500 more. So just to get us there, I'm going to just plop down a couple more dorms. Remember, this is the Vainglorious style of building campuses. We wind up deleting half of what we build in campuses. So most of this will go away. That should get us the capacity we need in town, yeah? Barely, so we'll just go ahead and do one more for safety. Safety dorm. There we go. Cool. So now we really need to focus on some jobs. And I really think my plan of coming through here and adding a strip of offices here and a strip of commercial here is kind of the play. So we're going to eliminate all of that, and then, ooh, that is not what I meant to do. We're going to eliminate all of that. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to go back 1, 2, 3, and 4. Are going to lose quite a few citizens, and as a result, quite a bit of money. But I think in the end, we're going to be happier with the result. So as they start dezoning, I will start adding in square by square again to ensure that they actually build wall to wall, because they don't like really building wall to wall, even though it's a wall to wall district. For some reason, it never builds in right. You have to come in and help it. Like there, that's wall to wall. It's just it's got some little courtyard outside. That's fine. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is leaving gaps. There's nothing I can do about that. Apparently there's not a 2x2 building. Oops, there we go. So those guys are filling in quick because there's huge demand. So this should go rather fast to get this all filled back in. But we definitely want to do this row of offices to buffer residential from noise. And then 3x3 on our commercial here. And I'll just go ahead and fill in a few more corners of that. Oh, wait, we want to maintain that sightline. There we go. And bam, we're ready for more offices. It's like they're building quick, man. They're not messing around. They're just like, there is need in the city. We are going to fulfill that. All of these developers who build offices are very happy because they know they're going to immediately lease out every last square foot of this office space. Maximum occupancy. Wow, it is building fast, like as fast as I can zone it. It is built in. We want to go 4 there, so yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to wind up with there. We'll find out soon. So then we've got commercial demand, lots of commercial demand. Looks like we have some decent looking 3x3s. I hope it doesn't just repeat the same building over and over again. And if it does, we will have to deal with that because that would be very disappointing. So far, it's got like 2 or 3 different buildings, but they're upgrading really fast. So we should see some diversity in building styles emerging fairly quickly. And we'll go ahead. No, we want to leave that empty because that is where that goes. But we could fill in there and see if we can get another house. Not that we need any houses at the moment because we have too many people and not enough jobs. We can go ahead and fill in that and that, but not right there. And I don't know if they can build a single tile. I'll let them. But I don't think a single tile office building exists in wall to wall. I know it's not a true single tile, it's 1x4, or 1x3 or whatever it was. But I think you know what I mean. Nope, nope, not there. It does get a little confusing sometimes when I'm building, like, yeah, there, I shouldn't have built that one. Yep. And there, and there. And these guys are filling in, so, whoops, let's get that 3x3. These dudes are building pretty quick. Anywhere that they filled in, we will give them more zoning. And this should help out with our unemployment quite a bit. I'm already starting to see some residential demand pop back, so that's good. That's very good, in fact. So I don't want to do both of those because I know they'll wind up building in the middle of that segment and we'll just have an empty spot again. And then I'll be sad. So that is pretty much all the office filled in. So now I just got to finish commercial. So I will get that done and then we will get on with things in the video. We're waiting for one holdout there. So we're going to come in here to our unique buildings. And this is where I think we can maybe get some of these to start coming in. It does not want to. It wants to go on that road and then it says no. It's doing weird things. I'm okay with losing a few buildings. We maintain our site corridors because most of these statues and things are set off to the side. So I think that'll be fine. I really do. Did you finally build something? Hey, you did. Good for you. But I just want to come through here and any of these that we can fit in. We're just going to plop them down. And just kind of fill this area out. I'm not going to do the fusion power plant, but we may as well construct another nice building through here. Let's, we're going to lose a little bit there. Sorry. And then, do we want Meteorite Park? It doesn't really fit. It might fit. Nah, it doesn't fit. It would fit into these, but I really want it oriented off of one of these main ones, which I guess we do it like, that's a road though. Yeah, that's a road. We don't want it off a road. Let's put it opposite that one. We'll just have a couple parks opposite each other. And then we've got the Fountain of Life and Death that we can throw in. What a lovely, cheerful sounding place. And then Friendly Neighborhood Park. Let's get that in over here closer to the residential. I'd like it to be right there, but we've got these fountains. So they're going to go. I'm going to click the right button. There we go. Friendly Neighborhood Park in. We could do a disaster memorial. And it fits really nicely in here, too. I think this is a good place to use some of these because it increases land value. Oh dear, what's up with the garbage? Really? Our processing capacity is really low and our landfill capacity is really high. So we should be okay. And we should have more than enough trucks. Why are these duders not... Cargo capacity, which one has garbage? You're not even sending garbage trucks out. But I'm pretty sure the garbage just teleports over here and then the garbage trucks takes it to a processing center, is how I thought it worked. So not really certain what's happening here. It's really odd. Anyway, back to what I was doing. A disaster memorial. Let's get that kind of more down this way. Lost a couple buildings that way. And I think we got one more. We got the official park. Let's just go ahead and finish out this corner. And I think the rest of these all get really large. Yeah, they're all big and I don't want them in this area. Yay, we're at 2 stars now. Awesome. That means we have the wrong button selected. Did we get another academic building? We did not. What we need to do is make sure we're going to get our academic work. And we only need to bring the campus attractiveness up by 30. So that'll be simple. We can just come in here and say, have a fountain. And that's done. So at the end of this academic year, we should be fine. I just don't really get what's up with this. So we're getting there on our attractiveness. Sadly, we're also getting there on our tourists, but I guess if we unlock these before we build a tourism area, that's fine. Then we can just incorporate them in the tourist area. It's kind of what I want anyways. One thing that I find interesting, these new bus lines that are running through here, nobody's using them. I guess the walkability is so good that they're just not getting used. They are using the subway station. If I can find it. Where is it? Are you? No. I thought it was right here. Am I wrong? Oh, it's there. You know, people are using that quite a bit. And you can see quite a few people bouncing in there. But they're not using the buses. What is up with this garbage? This area over here is fine. They are finally starting to use some garbage trucks, but not a lot. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Why that's being a thing. We're nowhere near. You would think that because of the way the garbage is going here, that this would be far more active. Does it only have a certain operational range? I mean, it is pretty far away. Well, it looks like it's slowly resolving itself, so I don't know. That's really, really strange. So we are starting to see a bit of residential demand come back, which is good, because we are going to do a thing now, maybe. Yes, we are going to do a thing now. We're going to come through here. And this whole neighborhood... Oh dear, I am coloring way outside the lines today. This whole neighborhood, we're just going to pop that over there so I can see what I'm doing, is going to go away. I know if we're going for realism, that's not how it's done. But I just think that this would be the ideal location for mid-century modern. I'm just going to come back over here and bring that in right like that, and then give myself a little corner here. Whoops, I don't need Fawn Hills. There we go. And then I'll fill this in with the biggest brush of all, the Chungus brush. There we go. Boom. So cool. Lilac District. We're going to come in here. Themes. Enable Theme Manager. And dear Lord, which one is it? I guess we're going to have to see. Display included. There we go. It says those aren't loaded. I don't know what that means. Yeah, this is mid-century modern. So the one that's pack 11. So we want Theme Manager Modern Pack 11. Theme might not work like it's built. Yeah, I know all the buildings are loaded. I'm not sure what's going on with that. However, if I'm not mistaken, there is an issue with Building Theme Manager not really working properly. And I think we're seeing that, because that should have caused these buildings to start going away. Should have. And didn't. So what I'm going to do is real quick fill in all these gaps that keep springing up, which there's not too many of them. That's all of them. And then we're going to go through and remove buildings. In fact, I'm going to pause it so that I don't wind up deleting a mid-century modern building that comes back. And this is really going to, you know, continue to obliterate our population. We reached a milestone at the very beginning of the building video, and now we're just going to eliminate it all. We've already lost over 5,000. So, well, what's 5,000 more, right? What is it, 5,000 citizens among friends? I mean, they can go somewhere, I'm sure. They'll find. They'll go stay with their aunts or something. All right, cool. Oh, hey, that's helping reveal where we've got more gaps. That was kind of cool. Oh dear, lag is happening. I wish there were mid-century modern schools and more commercial than what is available. Like, we're gonna probably put down some of the commercial ourselves. So I think a few of them are ploppable. But I just wish there were more commercial options just in the pack as a whole. I think it'd be a good thing. And that's all residential. Why did I build residential around that park? We're gonna fix that. That's not a thing I normally do. Just gonna de-zone that, rezone that, and that. Okay, there's nothing there, so I can't. Somebody was in the midst of upgrading their house when I bulldozed it. Very sad. And then I want to get the zoning off of this road. There we go. So that's not a thing I can fill in. Those little tiles aren't things I can fill in. Anywhere else that has those strange gaps, you know, there. And there's also some tiny houses nearby because of it, and you need to go away. And there's one. I swear, like, that one wasn't there just a second ago. Or that one. I swear it wasn't. I think they just pop up. I think it's just a random thing that they just appear. Cool, so now when that regrows, we should, fingers crossed, get the mid-century modern stuff. But can't you, I'm pretty sure there's somewhere that you can plop those. Yeah, there's like the hotels and the roadside diner. And then, of course, the carports. And that's it. I mean, it's just, I mean, we can do a roadside diner. That's fine. I don't mind having a roadside diner, but that's it. I mean, that's like really all we can get away with. I guess we could put some parking behind it. I just don't think this is going to be the place that you would see these hotels. I mean, maybe here, like if one of these are smaller. And they're not, so we're not going to do it. Yeah, I don't think that's the place you would see it. Also, I don't want this commercial here anymore. It's causing problems. It's just too close to the main road. So we're going to eliminate quite a bit there. Okay, so what if we get rid of that, moved this over to here? And that at least give me room for one of the hotels. That's a big one. I'd want it oriented that way, with the hotel facing that way and the privacy back there. Yeah. And then maybe we could do like some parking. Where is it? I'm lost. There we go. And we can throw in like some parking right back there. Make that look like it's parking for the hotel. That works. Yeah, that'll work. So with that now dezoned, and all those people about to disappear, look at that. Getting rid of all those residents and getting rid of all those residents, our unemployment is fine. Granted, we've lost over 11,000 citizens in our town. So maybe not the best solution ever, but, you know, we're going to go with it. Getting close to this. We're at 420 out of 450. I think it's this. Yeah, it's this one that has the higher land value. I mean, it's looking good from this perspective, but not elsewhere. So we do still need to think about our education capacities, because once this starts filling back in, we will need to have that education capacity. But we're going to have a nice mid-century modern neighborhood here. They're going to go ahead and build their pool in the front yard, and apparently have the scaffolding just in the middle of their pool. Sure, why not? There you go. Most people build their pool in the backyard, but if that's what you want, that's what you want. And you're right next door to a tennis court, so good thing you built a nice high privacy fence. So I think we're in good shape. I'm going to let this run between videos to get this filled out, and then we'll check back in with this after that. But I think it's a good place to wrap it up for today. So until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.